Here is a comparison of the morning light on the 24-hour cycle of the Hygger 075 and a Hygger 978. So the 075 has a more warm glow. This is more early morning light, I would say, more dawn light. Versus this one is very red. Just the red LEDs are on for the 978. Here's them both in the same scene or the same frame. You can see 075 right there and 978. I prefer the 075 for the morning. And just, if I didn't say at the beginning, these are the lights on the automatic 24-hour run cycle, which is why I like these two lights. I set it once and then I don't got to worry about it. It slowly lights up in the morning, a gradual light up, goes to full brightness during the day, and then at night they dim like a sunset, like nighttime. So it turns blue-ish at night, and I will show that I'll show that in a little bit when it's nighttime, so you can see what the lights look like. Okay, the reason I chose these two is because they have 24-hour timers. I set it and forget it. 075 controller. A lot more buttons, a lot more customization. You can customize how long you want the automatic timer to be. On the 978, you just set the time and then there's no customization. It runs, 12 hours, 12 and a half hours, something like that. Both change colors, both have the different colors, LEDs, red, green, yellow, blue, pink. And here is the comparison of the Hygger 075 light when it's at peak brightness during the day. Once again, I'm doing the 24-hour cycle, so it is 1 in the afternoon, so it's the brightest it's gonna get. And here is the 978. You can see this one's a little bit bluer, and even if you look at the LEDs, they're not showing up. They don't have as many of the warm LEDs underneath, but this is the 978 at daylight, 1 o'clock, peak brightness, and the 075 peak brightness. And to get them both in the same frame, (978) 075. And I understand maybe this one appears brighter because there is rocks in it, but if you look underneath, they have like an extra row of the yellowish white, the warm white lights, I feel. It doesn't show on camera because they just get blown out, but the 978 is a little bit cooler and the 075 is warmer. I prefer the warm light for the daylight. So morning and daylight, I prefer the 075. Okay, so here is the evening or nighttime lights for the two lights I've been comparing all day, the Hygger 075 and the Hygger 978. So as you can see, the 075, it is very blue. We have about 2 hours until they shut off. It's just after 8. And they start going blue about 6. Maybe it was 7. So they start going blue about 7. So these turn blue very early in the cycle. And then you got the 978s, and they're still their cool white color. They're getting dimmer because it's getting nighttime,
but it's still a very pleasant light. And so just to get them both in the same frame, you can see how the 075 is very blue already, and the 978 is a nice, pleasing, cool white, getting dimmer as it gets later into the cycle. And I haven't touched anything. This is part of the automatic 24-hour cycle, which is why I chose these two lights. So for morning and daytime, I prefer the 075. And for evening, I prefer the 978. So if we could just combine those two on maybe the next iteration of Hygger, I'd be a happy man. What are your thoughts? Do you prefer the blue early on in the night to signify nighttime? Or do you like the white? You can still see all the colors and everything. Anyway, thanks for watching. Just want to do this quick review of the Hygger 075 and the Hygger 978 lights. Because they are very similarly priced on Amazon, I wanted to show a quick comparison between the two in case you were curious about which one to get. So, if you made it this far, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.